All right, you guys, we just pulled up LA. There we go. There we go, you guys. We just missed the cops. Isn't that great? It's already going to be a wonderful, wonderful night. I can already tell. Another night of auditing Scientology. Because what in the literal hell are they so afraid of, you guys? What can it be? So yeah, we just missed the cops. There was a crazy woman ranting and raving in the front. So we really need to check out what in the hell is going on. What's up, you guys? New Saruni, Boberg. There's a plant there. Yep. Thank you for the heads up, you guys. I just missed the plant. Isn't that great? Or is she still there? We just missed the LAPD, you guys. Maybe they heard we were coming, and after blasting them today on our earlier video for, just willful corruption, right? Willful ignorance of the laws that we're paying them to enforce. That means, to be precise, all laws related to passports getting locked up, where, it would be great for you, OSA, and even you, Mike Rinder, to really type us a letter, to type us a little letter and say, yeah, this is why we thought it would be a great religious idea to lock up the passports of all the kids. Because in what world was locking our passport a religious situationship, OSA? So yeah, we have more questions for you that we need answered. And look at us, not getting tired whatsoever of literally coming here every night. Shout out to Jess, you guys. Shout out to Jess. What up? Chris without a hell cup is here. We did we did just miss the LAPD. How is that possible?
3 LAPD officers. They were all right here.
I saw that. I just parked there.
5 Scientologists talking to them.
Crazy. Well, you know what? Scientologists are pressed that we're asking questions, you guys. Yeah. They don't like that. They really don't like asking questions. They just want us to leave them alone and, really enjoy whatever in the hell it is that they do in there.
Yeah.
So, not great.
Yeah.
What did they want to know? What was the deal?
Scientologists, they called and made a fake call again.
Another fake call, you guys. We just spoke about this today.
They said that we were trying to burn their building now.
Damn, now we're trying to burn it. Arsonists. Yeah. Damn. That's some pretty heavy, And that's the thing about Scientology, you guys. They make accusations and they have no receipts to back up anything. Yeah. We make accusations and we got testimony. We have witnesses, firsthand witnesses. How many kids have you guys already heard about their passports getting locked up? That's a legit felony right there.
Yeah. What they're doing is against the law.
Our passports getting locked up was not a religious experience. So as much as the LAPD says they're really all about enforcing laws, apparently they have no shred of interest in figuring out why are minors' passports getting locked up.
Yeah.
Like child trafficking 101. Lock up the passport. And just like that, you guys, it wasn't just like an administrative error that they made,
they
right?
give it back to you when you travel?
So you always have to ask for permission. It's called a CSW, completed staff work. So it's like a form that you have to write. You have to write situation. My visa's about to expire in 2 weeks. Because that's one of the reasons they'll let you have it, right? Because a lot of foreigners, the ones that got unlocked today, the new people that were at the corner, the Salvadorian girl. So that Salvadorian girl would have to turn in her passport, and then let's say that her visa's running out. So then she writes the thing, and then okay, here's your passport. You can travel go get the, go get the visa approved again, leave the country, come back, go through immigration, get it
And
stamped.
they do it by themselves?
Yeah, at that point they let you leave by yourself.
So at that point, you really have to want to come back.
Right. I mean, you always are feeling under the gun, right? Like no matter what, because as you see, like even if you disappear, like let's say, oh, I want to go back to my country, they'll send people after you.
Wow.
Like they have people in every country and be
So
like,
is that one of them?
no, that's a Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes makes you ask
Yeah. So yeah, there's so
Yeah.
so yeah.
Wanna
Thank
check
you,
out the front?
LAPD, for really wanting to respond to all the false things that y'all are getting told about, right, you guys? Because we just read today on our live earlier the answer from the main guy from Hollywood. I forget his name, Captain something.
Oh, Villanueva?
Yeah, and he's talking all about how, we really have received all these things and we're doing the investigation about the BOMB. But guys, apparently the investigation is widening because of tonight. They've already now made another fake threat.
Yeah. Why aren't they being held accountable for these fake threats? Because if I made a fake threat, boom, jail.
Boom. Like,
Oh, look at all of them right there. Sir, Scientology is a cult, sir. Scientology is a cult. Please exit the building. Please exit the building, sir. You're stuck in a cult. Look at Shannon, the knockoff Sebastian, and Toucan. Oh, she's talking
look
crap
at
right
Shannon. She's like, she's pissed.
Sir, Scientology is a cult. That lady right there, she barely graduated high school.
What's up?
That lady is an addict. I'm going to use her own methods against him. That lady right there, sitting down, is a devil worshiper, sir. Please exit the building. Don't fall for it, sir. It's a cult.
They're worshiping a convicted, indicted felon. They're worshiping a convicted, indicted felon. All the things you see here, L. Ron Hubbard, the way to happiness. The way to happiness by a convicted, indicted felon. I'm sure a convicted, indicted felon has a lot of things to say about happiness, you guys, including.
Tell him the truth, Corrine. Corrine, tell him the truth. He's probably looking up. Sir, please look up Scientology on YouTube.
Literally, look it up.
Scientology is a cult.
She's giving us the side eye. She's pressed. She's getting. Your tears are getting melted.
Oh my God, he's on TikTok. He's watching the live on TikTok.
What?
Sir, look it up. Look up Scientology. He's watching the live right now, guys.
There.
What?
Oh, that's
my God,
right.
he's watching the live. What the heck? Scientology is a cult, sir. Scientology is a cult. Please don't fall for it. That lady right there, she traffics children.
Kids, underage kids inside of those hotels.
Corrine, I know you're listening to this. Please step out of the building.
We're going to sing happy birthday to Jess.
All right, nice.
I just want to make sure everybody's directly.
Thank you.
Hey, guess what? This guy inside right here, he's watching the live and showed it to me. Hey, they want to see your shirt.
What's going on, Jesse? Jesse, you lying to people.
Jesse,
liars.
Jesse's the biggest liar. And that girl right there,
Liars.
she told a kid that her parents are bad. They're disgusting people. You don't want to deal with them. All they're doing is scamming you. They wanted to give you advice on life, but they're in a cult working 110 hours a week for no money. Do you think they're going to give you advice on life with their silly outfits on? They got silly outfits. Look at those outfits. You imagine thinking somebody's exactly. Let her know exactly. She said they've been mocking. She has been mocking children.
How you doing? What's going on?
She has been mocking. What religion mocks children? Can you imagine a religion mocking children? But that's her. She thinks that's cool. Can you imagine going to a Catholic church or a mosque or a temple and they're mocking children outside, calling in fake bomb threats? The cops were just here. They lied and said we were going to burn down this building.
Tell us, sir,
This building is not concrete.
Oh, is that no Hellcat?
Samantha. Sammy.
What's up, Sammy?
Don't trust these people. They're no good. They're trying to get money. It's all about money.
It's all about
not doing
money.
anything for any good.
Money,
It's
money,
all
money,
about
money, money,
money.
money,
You ask them
money.
for help, ask them for some
And
guidance.
this is
So they're
not
gonna
the
say,
strip
it's gonna
club.
cost you $40. It's gonna cost you $80. It's gonna cost you $200. Would you do that? No other religion does that except for these guys, these scammers. Right here, they're getting paid no money. They're being pimped out, paying no money to try to scheme money out of you. You're in a sales pit right now. You want nothing to do with these people. Look at her. Look at her. Her whole life. She signed a billion-year contract. She signed a billion-year contract. She gets $47 a week. 47. Now you want a life advice from somebody who does something like that? Can you imagine that? And for what? For L. Ron Hubbard? They believe that aliens from outer space, there was overcrowding, and they brought them to Earth and dropped them in volcanoes, and their spirits rose up, and their attached to us called Thetans. And they're going to help you get rid of those Thetans for hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's the most ridiculous story ever. Don't fall for it. And they gave their life to it. Korean, you gave your life to it. You gave your life to this. What a joke you are. You are such a fool. You're the fool.
Corrine, you're stuck in a cult. I know you can hear me. Dennis left you, Corrine. Look at knockoff Anne Hathaway. They don't
Dude, I can't believe you, you guys are so goofy.
Well, I can't believe
6
you,
foot
bro.
and 110 pounds. What up, man?
What's going on? That guy in there was listening to the stream. He had the stream on playing it for them. That's funny.
Bro?
That's what he said.
Yeah. I'm just showing them.
Hey, we're going to go sing happy birthday to Jess and give her a cake.
Alright.
The cops were here a little while ago. So
Yeah, I know. I pulled up. And I
he
was
said we're going to burn down the building. Somebody out there, they were just talking about how they were walking by and they said they went in there. And they're like, oh, that's the guy right there.
What's up? We got oh my gosh. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, you should.
Appreciate everybody.
But sorry, I don't have enough hands for you.
We're going to teach them a lesson. I know how to do this.
Guys, look at this.
And this is for your doggy. This is called No More Drama.
Oh my god.
No more drama, anxiety relief. All calming relief for your doggies, you guys.
Oh my god.
To give them some no more drama.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much.
Of course.
That's adorable.
Do you want me to hold it for you? I'll give it to you at the end. I can put it in my bag.
Yeah.
Okay, put it here.
Okay, hold on. That was so cute. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for literally being a volunteer. Your new characters unlocked was on another level today.
Oh my god. Sorry guys.
On her birthday, I know the phone's a little loopy, you guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about losing sound.
I'm dropping everything.
Yeah, fake fire phone calls and all manner of shady business going on. It's like every day we get more shadiness.
If you look at my video, you can see what you're going on. I'm not gonna say it on here because anything I say, just take it down. You got yours back? Must be nice. Can't relate.
What was yours taken down for?
Over April's speech or something.
Damn, guys. But you appealed it and it worked?
Yeah, it got reported twice in the same day. The first one was 10 minutes and then the other one had to finish.
And you know, TikTok has a lot of connection with the Scientologists because they have all their celebrities. So they usually use their president's office to call TikTok and complain about this. That's why that's where it's getting so like, that's why you guys are getting it canceled because it's like they're complaining.
Hey, hold on. Hey, tell me what, when I was looking for parking down the street, I don't know if I'm tripping or I thought I seen Jenna asking for money.
Asking for money?
Because I just seen her in the corner right there talking to someone, like she was all unbothered waiting for the lights to turn green. And then she was talking to her, and I see her like this and stuff, and she's like walking around and she's doing like that. Yeah.
No comment.
Girl across the street.
And here is the famous Nontology.
Yeah, we're just waiting for y'all. We're just waiting for y'all. Nontology.
Nontology.
We just talked about 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes ago. Give him a hug. Give him a hug.
What's up?
How's it going?
Give him a hug. Give him a hug.
It's a party.
You should have been here 20 minutes earlier. What happened?
I told you guys
Alright, guys, we're gonna sing happy birthday for Jessica, guys. Yeah. Yes, we are. It's little Jessica.
Yeah, go in the middle, Jessica.
Hey, nobody got a hat for her birthday hat?
Oh, she has more than that. Can you put that on at least the glasses? Come on.
It's Scientologist to know it's Jessica's birthday.
Alright, guys, we gotta let them know it's Jessica's birthday today.
It's
Jessica's
birthday! Woo! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Jessica! Happy birthday to you! Yeah! Liondology, Nontology.
I'll hold it.
It's her birthday.
She has to eat all of that. Take it home, It's a cold!
We have a real live nun here, you guys.
Hell yeah.
Religion is showing up outside of these buildings.
No, my name is Chris Nontology.
Chris Nontology.
The Scientology got nuns too, so why can't we?
Yeah. Apparently all it takes is to put a cape on and then you're all of a sudden there.
What is it? She wants one, right? Yeah.
You want? Yeah, she wants one.
So just take another one. Yeah, same.
Okay, I'm just putting it back in the bag. You want a cupcake?
Treats? You want a cupcake?
Want a cupcake? Vegans just don't eat meat. I'm gonna sit down and
Vegans don't eat like meat products
maybe what you do eat?
like milk.
Cupcakes and all of that, you guys. So yeah, they called in another fake call. Another day, another fake call put into the LAP, who really will send 4 cars to the rescue. But, never mind, I haven't sent a shred of a car to, check out why minors' passports are locked up under lock and key, as that was their standard operating procedure. They had all manner of logs keeping track of what actual passports they had and when did they give it out, because like I was telling Chris the Hillcott a little bit earlier, they would give you your passport and then all of a sudden they would be like, oh yeah, can we have that back? Don't think you got back. And then they would not notice that you didn't give it back, because they'd be like, oh, it's not here showing up in the log that you haven't gotten our passport back. And we really don't want it to go missing, so really do give it to us, because, valuable documents. Hashtag Valdocs, you guys. Hashtag valuable documents. L. Ron Hubbard pulled that word out of his literal ass, and just like that, rebranded passports as valuable documents. Yeah, no shit, they're valuable. But, as naive, gullible kids that we were, you guys, we didn't know. We literally couldn't tell. We couldn't tell. we were just like, oh, okay, well, and they acted real pressed, by the way. They acted extremely pressed. Like, don't think that we're just like asking nicely. This is like, get your ethics in, give us your passport, get your ethics in, do what everyone else is doing, because you cannot be, having any thoughts of your own. We wouldn't want you to have a single shred of a thought of your own.
You ever have a MySpace? No.
It was a great night, man.
Did you ever have a MySpace, Chris?
Nah,
Hi, Ted. Thank you. Good night.
I didn't even know what it was.
Good night, Moon.
I was
LOL. Bye. Thank you so much, Ted. Isn't that great, you guys? Oh, shout out to Keyboard Warriors. Shout out to all of you guys, Keyboard Warrior in here.
Oh yeah, that I like sleepover. Chat roulette.
No, not chat roulette. It was I forgot. It was like 2013. I was in like 6th grade. It was like a video chat app.
So why do you think they called for a fire tonight, or they just want us out, right? They don't know what to do, right?
They don't know what to do.
What's Shannon locked up?
Well, every single one of them that is literally in this wide-ranging criminal conspiracy. That's what it's called. You break the law, but apparently the LAPD doesn't care about that, because they do have the passports locked up of minors. Just that simple little.
Saw him just run up the stairs. Oh, there you go,
Harry Potter. So we do need some actual law enforcement. We need the laws enforced. That's what we don't have. The laws are not getting
Shannon for
enforced.
jail 2024.
Shannon for jail 2024.
She's being told, right?
Yeah, but you know what? That didn't work out for Charles Manson's followers. They were being told a lot of stuff, but you know what? It doesn't work like that. You get told, don't go do the crime. You get told, do something stupid, don't do it.
We gotta sing happy birthday again.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did. Because he's trying to be funny. He's trying to embarrass
again? No, we're not doing that.
What do you guys?
Hey, in Spanish! In Spanish!
In Spanish.
Spanish!
Yes, in Spanish, in Spanish. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. A las muchachas bonitas se las cantamos aquí. Despierta, ya despierta, mira que ya amaneció. Ya los pajaritos cantan, la luna ya se metió. El día en que tú naciste, nacieron todas las flores. I know my birthday song is here. They did sing that song one time when you had a birthday in there. You were supposed to be real happy with your little song, and that was it. Like, here's your song.
There you go.
But I didn't want to make it ethics and obvious, so I just didn't want to swear or anything.
No, I appreciate it.
All right, guys, let's do a hip hip hooray.
My favorite thing.
Yeah! Hooray! 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 Hooray!
Not David Miscavige. No.
Hip hip.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
He like gets annoyed if you don't say it fast enough. He's like, you're down tone, low tone, that's it. Right, sir? Remember?
Literally.
Hip hip. And then everybody's like, hooray. He's like, hip hip. And they're like, oh, hooray. Like they say it faster because he's like, hip hip. Like first he's like, let's do the la 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 2L ring. Hip hip. And everybody's like, hooray. He's like, hip hip. They're like, hooray. It's so stupid. Clap, 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 clap. Like, no, it's not a joke. People are fucking tired of clapping. And they get in trouble if they sit down. Old people, they get in trouble at the event.
People are watching.
And then you're like, oh no, you hear on the other side of the shrine.
Yep.
They clap harder, and you're like, oh no, I can't sit down
Everyone
yet.
has to do that.
Gotta clap harder.
Everyone has to
It's so
clap
fucking
to
stupid. Yeah.
You're talking about
Sorry, okay, yeah, before your birthday, whatever. whatever you want.
Okay, you all have to clap. I'll let you know when you're done.
Okay, no, you have to
Scientology.
really do it.
We want Scientology.
No, we
clap.
all. Oh my God.
Here.
I have to put my phone away.
With the nun in
We have to really clap like
Like a
if we would,
Scientology.
and we'll do it for her birthday. So we can send that energy to her birthday.
Yeah, good
It
vibes.
is how it
Bad
is.
vibes.
Without, anybody without a camera needs to clap on my cue. You have to keep up with me.
I'll try.
And who's gonna yell?
I don't know how to do
And
it.
who's gonna say it like they're gonna
No,
scatter?
streets. Let him. Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yes.
It's her birthday!
Yes.
It's her birthday! It's her
Yep.
birthday! It's her birthday!
Streets. Yep.
Because it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting to like cheer on something like, hey, babe.
Yep.
It's really gross. Yeah, look,
Street.
it's just like, yep, who's gonna do it? It's really hard, guys, but
Well, your content, you got it. You got it.
I got one mic.
You got it.
I'm
You
just
only
gonna
want
do
to
it really quick so it doesn't give anybody PTSD. So it's literally like this. So, okay.
I got you guys right now.
Yeah, oh my God. And if anybody wants to join
The right
in,
timing.
No, just kidding.
in fact, once you see me getting embarrassed and everything, so you better start joining in more. Here we go. See? Nope, we just 2 hour race. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip.
Hooray!
Hip.
Yeah.
That's a good call. You can't stop.
No, you can't stop. You can't stop. You have to just keep
It's
going.
her
Keep
birthday.
going. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
It's a goal!
Hooray!
Keep it random!
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Keep going! Keep going! Don't stop! You gotta ethics if you
That's
stop.
it. Okay, everybody sit down. Sit down.
Sit down.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Thank you.
They know it's a goal.
That's enough. No, that's what they do. Thank you. Now that I've calmed you guys down, here's the knowledge I have.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jen. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
And many more.
Oh.
Period. Produced by Laura FM. Finally somebody got it.
Guys, spam the Laura email. Spam the Laura
I mean, because where you got to update this new photo. Because there's many photos. I got the Rod Stewart look. I got the my mom's gonna come visit me. Better put my hair.
the one they have of you right now.
What is that one from? Oh, sucking that.
one of your
That's cute.
videos,
I
yeah.
love that.
Hey, last time you told me you guys were having a show. I want to know more
Yeah,
about
next
it.
next month we're gonna have a show.
Where?
I gave you my phone.
Molly Malone. It's on Fairfax.
February 8th,
Oh, February 8th. Let me put that.
Thursday night.
You see what song?
Everybody here, you're going to the show.
What's that?
How's it
Our
going?
show.
Where
Our
is it?
show. We're on February 8th on Molly Malone.
He says he's
You
his
have a
friend.
link? Sir,
Oh,
is there like a link or something somewhere? Or no?
Are you following us on Instagram?
I don't
we
think-
can send.
Oh, yeah.
Because then we'll send you the.
Yeah, 'cause that's
There's a little flyer that Laura put together with all the.
Okay, what's your Instagram?
Search Delmar.
Search, huh?
Delmar, DELMAR. Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
on
just-
the
And I follow your TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Message. DM me right now. Just say hi, and then I'll remember to send it.
My name is Jenna Lee, by the way.
Generally, cool. Okay.
They should allow fire.
I just sent hi.
Perfect. Yeah.
Somebody will edit it.
Yeah, we're gonna edit that. Still gonna edit the video.
That's good enough. So did you hear that? Somebody they called the art like as a arson complaint with. So I'm listening on the way. Like Serge's like, yeah, but I just parked. I'm like, 10 minutes away, but I'm watching everything. I'm like, something's going down. I need to keep watching while I park. And it's literally the dumbest thing. It's Scientology calling stuff about like a BOMB threat or an arson threat. What is that? What does that even mean?
Like they don't even have any proof. Nobody said anything.
Yeah.
And
They
you're
never
not
bring
in trouble.
receipts.
Nobody cares to do that to
Right.
you.
They don't care that much about.
No, they know that it's useless. What would a BOMB do to this building?
Right.
Well, ooh, lawsuit, that's it.
Right.
That's not going to shut down Scientology.
Exactly.
They're going to rebuild it with their lawsuit
No,
money.
we're interested.
That's not what we're doing.
We're
not
interested
idiots.
in the
Right.
passports of the kids getting released. Let's start with the passports.
Yeah, why don't children and why don't even Sea Org members in general hold their own identity?
Literally
why don't
adults.
they have access immediately to their own identity? Why don't they have access to their own passports?
Right.
Why don't they have access to like your social security card?
Right.
Where's your social security card? You should be like, oh, it's like in my drawer somewhere in my house. You would know where it is though, right?
Exactly.
You'd be like, oh, well, let me call.
Here.
Literally.
Here, let's do a pose. Strike a pose.
Here you go. They really need to know they're saying something bad. And I'm trying to minimize it to what they would say to non-Scientologists at all.
Right.
And I'm thinking there's no, they would just be like, okay, well, yeah, I just need to talk to my terminals.
Mm-hmm.
They call them terminals. Let me just talk to my terminals and I'll get my passport and then I can book that ticket with you.
Right.
In fact, they don't book their own tickets.
Yep.
Really.
They have somebody in the Sea Org booking their tickets, giving them their own discounts on the Scientology account, which has many miles to fly everybody else everywhere they need, but make it really hard for my own family member to fly.
Okay, but wait, they have travel agents, so they actually find out where you're flying. So even they want to find out where you're flying.
So they have somebody that can track people.
Like,
That's how they were tracking my
So they need to
Grindr.
know where you're flying.
100%.
They can always
all
know.
the time. They know when I'm going somewhere and I don't care. I'm like, yeah, watch me fly. Fly away from you. But for real, like they will look. They know. Yep. If they need to keep tabs, they'll know every time I'm going out of state where I'm going. I don't care. They're just watching me at the doctor's appointment.
I'm just saying that from a flight log perspective, you're not supposed to just have any person.
You're not allowed to have permission for yourself.
You have to ask always.
Absolutely.
And
you just have to check in and make sure it's okay. Is this okay?
Yeah, it's called
hey, I have an appointment at the
You have to have a CSW.
You did staff work. You have to write a CSW. What Serge is saying? You have to write a CSW.
Situation data solution.
We did this so many times, all the time for anything. And
no matter how
medical.
old you
no matter how.
No, because remember that does not.
Right.
Don't ask such a
You
stupid
still have
question.
parents every
You should know
We're
that.
adults in a small body. Like,
We're
literally, you're an adult,
We're
dude.
big Thayans. We're big Thayans.
Literally, 11-year-old. You're an adult. You're a Thetan. You're not. You're not a body.
Don't be so
You're not a
suppressive.
Are you kidding me? You're
so
not a body.
suppressive right now. Don't be so en theta. En theta. Be a theta potato.
Like they're saying we're in theta. Like
we're en theta. We're turbulated. We're aberrated. We're
degraded beings.
We connected, as my own father
Literally
would say to my own
beings.
family members, or my mom would tell my own family members. She joined a out ethics group.
Oh, really?
And then the rest of my family member kind of knows how cuckoo we all kind of grew up, so they're kind of like, oh, okay, I guess you're not talking to them. Okay, we won't go further than that because if we know you're gonna. So then here I am, little loner floaty, like no family, but everybody's checking up on me. Oh, we all wish you the best.
Do they have a Scientologist dentist and stuff like that?
Yes.
Oh
no. Sea Org. You are not allowed to go to any other dentist other than the one dentist that was for everybody who, wait a minute, who, not quite sure if he was kept up to his credentials.
Oh
and let's be specific.
Like literally.
Speaking from
like
my own
look at my teeth, look right here, right now. I am missing look, my whole alignment now. Everybody that thought I was hot, you're wrong. Here you go. Here's the truth. My alignment is totally off because they pulled like one wisdom tooth on this side and one wisdom, but didn't finish the other side. So my whole, and then now dentists are like, they're like, oh, you're like literally. Look, guys, see, Serge's is perfect because Serge is a model. But look at mine. Like mine is completely off. So it's aligned with the middle. No, look.
Oh, okay. Right,
my whole and look, I'm missing a tooth. So I had this tooth here and not the other one of this here. So they were like, isn't that crazy? And it was like, oh, well, your smile's fine. So, and then later the dentists are like, who did your teeth? Like they were like, who? And I was like, I was in a cult. Yeah, it's like a big story. And they're like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
So
okay.
they have
They're like, actually, well, your teeth.
Well, and guess what they did to me? I got
no,
my
you have to get removed. You have to get a CSW approved.
They always have to look
No,
nice
you have to get
haircuts.
everything approved. Everything approved.
What about, did they have barbers in Scientology?
Nope, you have to do it yourself. Are you kidding?
Really?
And if I see your hair falling below you, that is so disrespectful and disgusting.
But back to the dentist.
Out of Valence. You're bad PR for Scientology.
Back to the dentist.
You can't have long hair as a man?
No, not at all. No, not in the New York. Or even like on staff, they might a little bit.
Oh, you literally you're out PR.
If it goes behind
facial hair.
Flirting. You're just flirting.
Yeah, you're just.
Or keep
you're
it
being
clean like that.
Stop being
keep it clean.
interesting.
Like stop trying to be like good and
interesting.
clean. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Stop making this
like
about
Jesse
you.
has the beard.
Yeah.
No,
for real. They would definitely. You would not allow to have this long hair. No. No, they would actually make you cut it like this.
Oh, don't
literally like this.
So they literally send you home.
Perfect. He's a
with
perfect
wisdom
haircut.
teeth.
Oh,
With
so they
your
don't give you any
cheeks
medication because
exploding.
they're obviously not.
No. Touch your face.
I got my wisdom teeth pulled by this dentist.
Thank you. Feel my
And
finger.
literally send
Feel
you
my
there.
finger. Thank you. Feel
Literally send me there with
That's
like
what they give you.
like
Just
deal with it, just get through it. They'll give you an assist. Feel my finger. You're like, that's not doing anything.
I can feel it.
It's literally like my
My
mouth
whole
was
mouth
just like,
swollen. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what about pregnancy? They don't give any of the moms during birth?
No, well, they literally send them to, you know, they force them to do that. They're like, oh, you know, it's better that you're here at the hotel than actually being a mom.
So they don't get any medication, or what is it called when they're
they send them to Planned Parenthood. Oh, well, that's when you're in the CR, you don't have the baby. But regular mothers in Scientology that are not in the CR, they can have the babies, but then they can't speak, they can't say anything as they're giving birth.
What are you guys talking about? Why are you hating over flag?
It's
just a flag.
No, they're saying that if you scream, that's going to affect your baby.
I'm like, freeing people from
like you're giving the baby an engram. What in the hell they sell you that stupid book, Diana?
Guys, so you heard it. If you scream when you give birth, your baby's gonna have problems.
If you scream when you have birth, it means
yes. You have to like
hold
it in, no noise, nothing, like zero noise. Every scream, every word, it's recorded in the baby's memory.
Yeah.
And then anytime that the baby hears that word again, it's gonna screw them up completely in their head.
What the hell? What's your thoughts on the what's called the gold base location? I was just there yesterday or the day
Oh,
before.
you did? You went with the guys. Well, you know, the gold base was a base where they were locking up a lot of people. That's where the place as a whole is.
Yeah.
Where all of the executives were being locked up in trailers and just, you know, degraded and beat up. And so it's a horrible location. Since all of the bad PR came out on that, they moved that location out to here, Los Angeles, because people didn't want to.
Yo, Drew, can I get a photo with you?
Yeah.
So they literally had to go
I want you in here too, man.
open up this location. So it's now just like they don't even get enough about it. It's just all the real estate property they have from all the money laundering. Done on the backs of kids, y'all. So it'd be great to understand why so many kids, you know, we were making them $100,000 a week. That's what I was targeted to make them every week. You have to make them $100,000. If you don't do that, then you're in ethics, you're in trouble.
Damn.
As a minor, like what minor makes other than Hollywood, right? When you really think about it, what minor can bring a corporation $100,000? Scientology and Hollywood.
That's crazy.
Child actors, or we were child actors too, except we were acting these role plays for these hotels, right?
Yeah.
Like you're this, you're that, you're this role. It was all fake roles. It was a pattern. But then what in the hell we were asking and how gross it all got because it's so just. You know, but yeah, so kids making money are the ones that are paying for that mortgage over there at Gold. David, you and your kids and all the ones that are trafficked inside of your hotels that you're calling volunteers, release their passports already. Release those. Call the cops on yourselves, OSA. Be like, hi, I'm OSA, and we're locking up all the passports, and we've been doing it for the last, 50 plus years. This was standard operating procedure. So,
Long time.
They've been doing it forever. Like, we didn't know because they told us the way that they would get you to release your passport is they called it a valuable document.
Yeah.
So you're as a kid, you get told, no, that's a valuable document. We hold it for you, so it doesn't get lost. And then you're like, okay. I mean, you're not thinking that
they're gonna
nothing.
do anything
Like,
with it. Yeah.
well, and they're not doing anything with it. But then you realize, like, at the beginning it's all love bombing, right? You're so great. You're so wonderful. We love you here, and you're all excited. Oh, here's the bell dog. Yeah, here. And then like 3 weeks later, why are you not making $100,000? You're this, you're that, and then you're like, fuck. Like, because you're like, at the beginning it's all like, it's nice and games and everything's so great. But then when they start screaming at you, yelling at you, punishing you, locking you up, and then you're like, oh, maybe second thought, well, my passport's already locked, I can't go anywhere. Your parents will turn you in to ethics if you complain. Like, if you're like, say, oh, this executive is hurting me, Dad. Oh, you're being critical. Let's write up a report on you. Like,
Yeah. You used to, you ever been at the Go Base, huh? Used to be there?
no, Laura was there. I was at the Clearwater Hotel.
Oh, Clearwater Hotel, Florida. Yeah. So you came from Florida?
From Florida.
Damn. How was that like over there? Florida.
Florida is the cuckoo of cuckoo. Like, that's like the mecca of the cuckoo. Yeah. They're worse than this. Like, they're like double the cuckoo from here.
Yeah.
Like, because they feel like that's the most elite, most top, most prestige, whatever. Like, so these people are not. All of these things are considered lower. In Scientology, everything is echelons.
Yeah.
So, Florida, I was at the top, you guys. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, and we thought we were really, really cool, and we were just literally glorified robots. Like, because you learn the language, and once you have that language inside your head, it's very hard to de-identify with how they're controlling you.
Yeah.
Because everything is like, you do become like a remote control. Because they tell you blah, 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 like all this stuff that means nothing to you or I now.
Yeah.
But there, it means so much. And that's why you think that you're above people, because you're like, oh, you're already othered, right? Like, you're already like, oh, we know this, you don't know it.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of brainwashing, huh?
Yeah, a lot of indoctrination. Let's call it indoctrination, because that is actually what it is. Like, they read a thing, so it's like, because the brainwashing tends to wash down it's almost like an overused word.
Yeah.
So I think, like, really telling people, like, they indoctrinate you by making you read a book, and it looks all so innocent. I mean, it's like, what, you're gonna read a book? Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
What's in the book? What does the book say to do? Because that's the problem. That's what actually, like, makes everyone go nuts. Because if everyone's following the book to the letter, and remember, they cannot change anything, they cannot criticize anything. Whatever says in the book has to be done. So that's the problem that they have.
Is there like a lot of hypnotizing that they do?
Right, it's hypnotizing, but it's all done in a way that you almost don't notice, right? Because, like, for example, like, all the grooming happens in these big course rooms. All of these hotels have these large course rooms, and they have dolls. Like, everything is drilled with a doll. So everything is groomed through a doll. Like, before you ever get locked up in an audit session for real, you have to do an audit on a doll. So everything is like, it starts vanilla, and then it just gets more hardcore the more they start roping you in. And the more you start sort of being co-opted into believing that this is something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very, very nasty.
Thank
you.
Ciao. Yeah, so what about the Celebrity Center? You've been inside there? Or?
Definitely, the Celebrity Center is, it's where all the biggest scammers of Scientology are. The biggest people that are the worst are the Scientology celebrities. Because Scientology is running on the backs of those celebrities, putting their name, purporting they're so cool. Shout out to Elizabeth Moss. Shout out to Tom Cruise. Shout out to John Travolta. Shout out to all of these people have made it their thing to be like, this is my religion, I can do whatever. And again, it's like, nobody knows how disgusting is what they're doing in there, because they don't call themselves out. They haven't yet, on the public record, No one's calling themselves out for what is in the book that they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's what needs to be defended. Defend what the book says.
Yeah.
You know, it's not our opinion. Just defend it. You know, and it's like that's what I'm trying to. Since I was trained to do all this shit at 12, and I know this like the back of my hand. Like I know these policies so well. Like I always joke with my friends. Like they forced me to have a PhD in L. Ron Hubbard. You know, at 12.
PhD in L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, because I was class 4.
Yeah.
Like I was just doing the levels, getting the certificates, you know, because as kids we were just adults.
Yeah.
Like, and we believed we were adults. Like we were like, so, and I don't know. Google this, you guys. Grant Cardone's daughter on YouTube. Okay, Grant Cardone. Do you know Grant Cardone?
No.
He's a big like YouTuber, influencer of like finances and real estate.
Yeah.
And there's a YouTube video that he has his daughter giving a speech, and she's like a 12-year-old girl, and she speaks just like an adult, and she has a lot of stage presence. Because again, it's like we were drilled like as if we were like actors. We were just little actors. Everybody was an actor there, you know, like.
It's programmed to do stuff.
Programmed and really following the scripts, learning the books, drilling with the dolls. Everything seems so normal, familiar, and innocent. I mean,
the other day I was with Jessica right at Celebrity Center. We seen I don't know her name, but the voice actor for Varsity.
Nancy Cartwright.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, shout out to you, Nancy Cartwright, my sister, and shout out to you, Monica Gill. My sister is Nancy Cartwright's second right woman producer, whatever.
Oh,
So
really?
my family's implicated with Nancy Cartwright. Monica's been working for her for years. My sister has no high school diploma. She also didn't go to school. She was also brought here, but she didn't sign the billion-year contract, Monica. So she stayed out of the hotel doing the, you know, the other route that other Scientology kids do. That is not the Sea Org, that is not passports locked against their will. So I'm glad that you saw Nancy, because Nancy's one of the biggest contributors of this scheme.
She donated like 21 million, right?
Yeah, an exorbitant amount. I don't know exactly what the amount is, but an exorbitant amount.
Yeah.
You know, so Nancy Cartwright, yeah, the innocent voice of Bart Simpson could not be more implicated in this, you know, situationship. Since you, Nancy Cartwright, you really know that the kids' passports were getting locked up. And you, Nancy Cartwright, gave your own child underage to be part of this hotel. So even her own child ended up in the Sea Org.
Damn, your own child?
Yes.
That's insane. That's bad. And she's like just straight-forced kid in there. Like, kid doesn't know anything about it. Just being born into.
Kids, we didn't know this was wrong. As kids, we had no idea. We literally bought the pitch, and these people acted like very confident.
Yeah.
It's called a con. You're confident about a con, and that's why you can't take questions. That's why you can't take scrutiny. That's why you can't answer any of the things we're saying, because if we are locking up the passports, that is a felony. And, you know, Nancy Cartwright, you couldn't be more implicated as one of these parents that literally turned in your daughter to them. So, yeah, shout out to you. All of Scientology parents become deadbeat parents AF.
When was the last time you ever like interacted with her or seen her in person? Or have you ever?
Who, Nancy?
Yeah.
Over a decade ago. I mean, I left now over a decade ago, and I had very few interactions with her. I think I just went to her house like once or twice at the most, because I was already on the outskirts with my family. I was like on the verge of disconnecting from all of them.
Yeah.
You know, like, so yeah, I didn't really have much to do with her at all.
Okay, so she just had like her own thing going on, but had a part of Scientology.
Right. Yeah, because Scientology is always like curating. You know, Scientology is not just exploiting everyone. Like, my sister's been hooked up. Like, she's doing great with Nancy. She's getting, you know, 6-figure salary. Again, no high school diploma, no education. She does well on what she does, apparently, so no one's taking that from her. But how did she even get any of that? Because she's part of this club. Because she's part of this clique. Because we hook you up. Like, there are benefits. And going back to the celebrity, like, that's where you're getting all your benefits. At the celebrity center, the people that they're lauded as the VIPs of the movement. They're lauded as the most important. Well, yes, those are the people being used to influence TikTok to cancel your TikTok. Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, think
Are
about
they,
that.
are they like so like? Have you heard like the Illuminati? Have you heard of the Illuminati?
Yeah.
Is it similar to something like that, or like
You know what? It's its own thing, you guys. It's its own thing. This is L. Ron Hubbard is L. Ron Hubbard. There's no one like this. Like, as much as they say we're like this, we're like that. No one does what in the hell these people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they spend all this time saying we're just like Jehovah's, we're just like Christians. No, you're not.
They're a lot different.
No, you're not. You know, literally, you lock people up against their will because L. Ron Hubbard told you to do that, and that would be a great idea. So Illuminati, I mean, no comment. I have no idea. I grew up in a cult. I only know what in the hell these people do, you guys.
Yeah.
So this is where I have my expertise. Anything else, no comment. I would have no clue.
Yeah, but anyways, so like, yeah, like, this is all crazy. Like, a lot of I don't know about now, but because didn't Laura say that there's no more kids that could be born into Sea Org anymore?
Well, yes, you know, but not because they really cared about it, just because it was creating them a lot of like scrutiny.
Yeah.
So that's why they got rid of that. But they're still recruiting minors here, right? Like if they're 16 or whatever, no, we'll get them in there. Who cares? Nobody cares. So, you know, maybe they're not doing that to, you know, their literal kids, but they're still like, I just spoke to somebody that was a third generation child yesterday, that her mom exposed her to psych. She was 10 years old. And she wasn't in the CR, she wasn't part of any of that. But her mom exposed her. And she was talking about how troubling that was for her as a child to be, you know, treated with all those words and brought into these Porsche rooms filled with adults. Like, everything is weird inside of these hotels, actually inside, you know? Like, so it hurts anybody, even if they're not Sea Org. Like, all kids are exposed to depraved adults that follow L. Ron Hubbard blindly with no common sense.
Treated like adults at any age.
Treated like adults, and it's just completely, you know, unthinkable that something like that could be happening just all with a straight face.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and like people are just okay with it happening. Nobody like has besides us, nobody else has really tried like bringing it down or bringing attention to it.
Well, this type of exposure they've never gotten. Let's just put it that way, right? Because like all these protests that we're having with social media, with all of y'all watching, is what's ramping up the scrutiny times 1,000, times 5,000 plus 3,000.
Yeah. Oh, but I started asking, what made you want to leave, or like, how did you decide? Like, let's say I just out.
Well, part of it is, it was like almost like a midlife crisis that you're just like, you know, you're an adult enough, you've been outside in the world enough, and I had been independent enough. Because I left the Sea Org when I was like 21 or 22.
Yeah.
And then I just like worked to make money. And then once I had money and I just sort of like had my own life, then I was able to like cut out all of that, you know, because I didn't care anymore. At that point, I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to go live my life.
Yeah.
You know, but it still was painful AF because that's when you start reconciling everything. You know, before that, everything is almost like I didn't process any of this. You know what I mean? Like, I just survived because that's what predators do, you guys. They put you in fawn. We were fawns. We're just like, okay, whatever you tell us, okay, whatever. And that's how these kids are. Like, you know, they're entitled fawns. They feel empowered, but, you know, it's like they can act all like, oh, yeah. When they were having their staff meeting, they're getting screamed at. You know what I mean? So here it's all just like, yeah, whatever. But behind closed doors is when they're getting screamed at, they're degraded, yelled at. You know.
Is it true that I remember? I forgot. I think I've seen a video about it or something that sometimes they be putting people in a cage and yelling at them. Like they put them in a cage in a dark room and yelling at them and stuff like that.
No, that's fake news, you guys. They don't put you in a literal cage. There's no real literal cages, but I mean, they lock you up in a vault. I was locked up in a converted bank vault, because they own a bank building in Florida, and they were too lazy to take the vault out, so they're like, okay, we'll just convert it into an interrogation room. So I was like locked up in a vault.
Damn.
Getting interrogated by Marty Raspin, which was like one of the top executives. And these interrogations are sickening, right? But it didn't look like a cage, right? And I was just explained like, oh, they're just doing the interrogation in a vault because they don't want to take it out. But it was very intimidating.
Yeah. How long were you in Scientology for?
Until I was 35. So from
Okay.
birth, literally inside the hotels in Mexico City is when I was born, and until 35.
Dang.
Yeah.
For a long, long time.
Yeah. So at first, again, like I was in the Sea Org until I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
Then my parents left. Then at around 12 years old, we went from Mexico. After I finished seventh grade, we went from Mexico. They transported me, trafficked me to Florida.
Yeah.
Then they took me out of school. Then they paid for me to become an auditor instead of going to school. Then I got recruited into the Sea Org at 15. Then I got stuck at the hotel for all my formative years until I was like in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Then I left in my early 20s Sea Org. But still, my parents were Scientologists. I was still all about that life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And then until I was 35, did I go, okay, you know what? I made my own money. I have my own life. I can do my own thing. Bye-bye. I don't care. And then I just left.
Yeah.
And I just cut them all out and, you know, had to then reconcile all of these truths. You know,
Yeah.
it's taken like what? I think it's like 9 years to be able to have this clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just want to film in case I have to. Since my security guard's not with me.
Well, you know, we've just wrapped up our interview.
Well, that's a wrap.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for checking it out. Follow me at Literally Search if you want into the weeds. That's what we're covering in my YouTube channel, you guys. We are auditing the media. So if you want to see all the lies that the media is printing to launder the image of these places, the corporate media are enabling these hotels and places. The corporate media is playing dumb. They have no skin in the game. They just whitewash everything. They do nothing. They do all this glib reporting. And, you know, between the LAPD and the media, they're the ones enabling the predators that are inside of these hotels. So just stay tuned and stay focused and really get into the weeds, because the more that we get into the weeds, the more we understand why we're doing this every day, like volunteers. We are not going to ask you for your passport. We're literally, you can come and leave whenever you want. So there you go.
I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Let's see what Laura's up to, you guys. Say hi to Osa. We just flipped Osa, you guys. Flip them off. Flip them off. Screw you and your fake threats. You couldn't be more pathetic. Literally yapping about fake threats as if we really want to burn your building. We don't want to burn your building. Don't you worry about it.
We like the building. We don't like you.
We love the building.
Scientology's got to go.
We love the building. The Christie's Hotel, literally iconic hotel. Museum that shows and displays actual beautiful things and not disgusting words of an L. Ron Hubbard con felon. So yeah, don't worry about it, Scientology. Nobody wants to burn you down. We just need to start understanding why you're locking up children's passports. That's all. If you really can just answer that, then we'll be all good, right, LAPD? Or is locking up passports a religious activity? Do you guys know if locking up your passport is a religious activity? No comment. It's a cult, you guys. Run for the hills. Una secta horrorosa.
No mames.
Una secta horrorosa.
It's a cult. Los Angeles
look, you guys, cleaning stations, clean.
Full of CRA.
Clean. Do your white glove.
Look at this search. So under the Scientology sign, it says Los Angeles Information Center. Literally shut your
Misinformation Center.
Misinformation. You should be being sued for all this.
Lientology.
Hey, you missed the sign and the rug.
And the vacuum. This is a flunk. You're not vacuuming good enough.
Yes.
The white glove.
White glove pass.
White glove
flunk. Don't forget to get your shit sign from the birds. The birds had to leave a message for you. Right there.
Left some shit there.
Just like you leave shit around.
Shit is
just
hitting
like
the
your
fan.
Shitty flyers on the floor.
Literally curious. Literally not curious.
Take your bullshit personality test sign out of here.
And
Look
yeah,
at this.
go.
Yeah, Saturday
Clean,
night
clean.
Oh no.
Vacuum.
You're not a Scientologist, I don't think, but you kind of look like you could be, right? Oh, she said thank you. I don't think she is. She was like, oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, look, they have to get this. They need to clean this shit up. Right, sir?
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
This is disgusting. Lies. Dirt. Just take your
Lurch. Long ass lurchy lurch.
lurchy lurch. Go get your vest.
Look, my friend was over there just like put the headlights on.
What?
I just put the headlights on. The warning. See the hood? You can see it right there. I don't give a boop. Bye, honey bear.
Bye.
Good job.
So yeah. Look at this, you guys. Look at this.
You should probably tell them to get their mat and stuff. Tell them they need to get this
He
trash.
doesn't want to talk. The less talking, the better.
They got to get this trash off the floor, or they're gonna be, charged
for littering.
I'll tell you what to do. Call.
Tell me what to do. Also, they need to get their mat inside.
Okay, listen. Call
Listen.
Hollywood Partnership. And they do this for you. What I do?
It's part of your Scientology. Look, sir. Look at this. Is this Wes? Look. Oh, they're hiding stuff behind the cabinets.
Ooh, what's inside the cabinets? I wonder if the passports of the children are there. Probably not.
Look, let's go in the cleaning closet and have a conversation. That's what they're talking about right now.
Yep. Well, your place is looking clean because no one's coming in now.
White glove, because they have a lot of time to clean.
With the buses not inside not yet.
No, not yet. The buses.
They go. What time is it? No,
They might get picked up right here, probably.
They literally have.
No, they get picked up in there. They don't want anyone to see them.
Picked up at 11.
They're getting picked up right there. They open that gate. They go in there. They close the gate.
And
They don't want.
only stand outside when the van is coming up. Yeah. And we load up.
Everybody's in the back.
Look at these idiots. Look at all these idiots. Look at all these fools. An office full of morons. It's a cult. Don't even
All right, I'm gonna go then.
Where are you, down there? Okay. Oh, down there?
Yeah, not far, just around the corner.
Okay, love you.
Okay, love
Good
you.
job.
Yeah.
Good job.
So there you go, guys. Another night, another fake threat that these people call in. And another night for the LAPD to come to the rescue of a fake zero receipts threat. I mean, imagine being Scientology and being so delusional. Talk about delusional. Oh yeah, they really want to burn the building, you guys. They really, please, 911. Oh, here's everybody, you guys. I thought everybody was gone. I'm like, what in the hell? But here's the bus. I'm gonna catch the bus. Let's catch it. Let's catch the bus.
What's your thoughts on this, man?
On what?
This?
The bus is the most exciting part of the day.
Whole bunch of cream. Whole bunch of cream.
Home put your cream? That's all I gotta say?
Enough said.
Is there like some people that you can't like unbrainwash them? Or like
No.
you say something, you make them snap?
You know, the more we say, the more they double down. Like, this is a problem. Like, when I was in these buildings as a child and the Lisa McPherson protesters were coming up,
Yeah.
we we always thought like, oh, everyone is crazy, so you just always double down. So like, it doesn't get them out. What's gonna get them out is when the LAPD starts enforcing the law, and goes, oh, you really cannot take people's passports and put them under lock and key. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Then people are gonna be like, oh, is this implicating me in a wide-ranging racketeering scheme?
Yeah.
Oh, let me Google RICO. Oh, racketeering. Oh, we're in a conspiracy. Oh, everyone there is in a conspiracy. That's what it's called. When you get influenced to be doing illegal behavior, you end up in a conspiracy. It's organized crime, is what it's called. You know? Oh, yeah, religion, organized crime. You locked up our passports against our will. Just make that part make sense. Like, forget about everything else. Like, all the technicalities, never mind. We just need to understand that one thing: why were passports locked?
Exactly.
That's all. Then from there, it's like we can then continue to pull the string. That's how they tell you in Scientology, you guys, to investigate. Pull the string. When something doesn't make sense, pull the string. Oh, why doesn't it make sense? And L. Ron Hubbard says that the more strings you pull, you end up with a Sherman tank. You then find out, see. You see, so we see the facade, it's so crazy, it's beautiful, the books, the whatever. We're pulling the string now and we're saying, oh, the passports, oh, the fake stuff about the Lulu, yeah, we're really gonna get a BOMB or a fire here. Like, we're not interested in burning anything. We love the building. We don't love y'all, but we love the building. We wouldn't want to touch this building. We want it to be pristine the way it is. Literally, we want it to be perfect how it is. The building is not the problem. It's the people committing the racketeering inside the building. That's where we have a problem. But apparently the LAPD doesn't have a problem with that. Apparently, you know, that's OSA. OSA, you guys. They're trying to be like, okay.
Oh, I heard a big insult in Scientology is if you ask them the why is God.
Well, no, actually, it's not an insult. It's actually like you're never allowed to have a reason why you cannot get something done. So let's say, get his passport, and you come back at me like, oh, I couldn't find him. I couldn't get him. Anything you said that you didn't accomplish what you were told to do, you're telling me that why is God? You're telling me that no, you're not allowed excuses. You execute. Whatever they tell you, you do it. And it's like, it's military, right? It's like, and you get into that military mentality and everyone's doing it, everyone's role playing it. And before you know it, everyone's acting in a gang. I mean, that's what it is. It's a gang.
It's a mafia.
It's a mafia. It's literally an organized mafia of people.
Do they look at L. Ron Hubbard like a god?
Well, they look at him as a god. Then they call him a founder. It's like all these wishy-washy words, right, that have nothing to do with reality.
Yeah.
L. Ron Hubbard is a convicted, indicted felon. He wrote a bunch of idiotic things on pieces of paper, and then everybody thought, what a great idea. Let's turn this into a 501c, and then all of a sudden, the law won't apply inside of hotels. That's what we have, and that's what we're questioning. Why does a 501c allow you to supersede all the laws? First Amendment right is not, oh, well, write something illegal and then all of a sudden you call it a church, so then it's not illegal, it's God. So the courts have not done their due diligence under this whole idea that separation of church and state. The writings were from an indicted, convicted felon. Judges, stop telling us stupid stuff. Even you should know. Oh, did a convicted, indicted felon write that? Because L. Ron Hubbard is not an American-bred God. Let's just make that clear for everyone that's still wondering if he is. He's not.
Do you know what crimes he was convicted of in the U.S.?
In the U.S., he wasn't. He got convicted and indicted in France, and then he went on the run, and then he was hiding in the U.S. The authorities were looking for him here, but David Miscavige, Marty Rathman, and Mike Rinder were hiding him.
Wow.
That's called aiding and abetting.
Yeah.
Somebody not being processed, not being served, just like David Miscavige is doing now, right? It's like, well, if L. Ron Hubbard got away with it, then I can get away with it too. I don't want to be served. I don't want to be told that I'm committing crimes. I want to just commit them, and as long as I do it in my hotels, then I couldn't be more okay. So really is the Scientology attorneys we need to start also investigating. Like, who's defending this? Because I can tell you they're doing not a shred of due diligence on their client. And attorneys have to do due diligence on their client before they enter into an attorney-client relationship. Otherwise, they're putting their license on the line every time they speak for their client and lie on the public record and lie and make up completely BS statements that they shouldn't be making because they would know they're completely false. Or maybe they don't because they never visited the hotels when we were there. We never knew who the hell the lawyers were with no idea.
Like, live on YouTube right now.
Oh yeah,
Literally search Serge Del Mar.
Yeah, he's that guy. He was a Scientology baby, right?
Yep.
Born and raised till 2015.
You were part of the Sea Org?
I was in the Sea Org starting at 15 in Florida. I was trafficked from Mexico to Florida, to the hotel in Florida.
All hotels. That's where you spend.
They're all hotels.
childhood.
Right there, that's a hotel too. Remember, Christie's Hotel.
Aren't there pursuit teams?
What's that?
Aren't there pursuit teams that like try to go after people who try to
He's
steal
laughing
more?
now.
Anyone that escapes, I mean, all the security guards here, like the security of Scientology is a huge force, and they're senior to all the underlings. So they're always making sure nobody escapes. They're
They're
always
the ones that run it, right?
They're the ones that run it. They're the ones that are checking that everyone's accounted for, that no one's missing, that no passports are missing, that they have all the stuff for themselves. Yeah, the security guards are the slave masters.
Why are they the ones that act like more scared a lot of the times? Like, is it because the pressure is on them? Or
They're correct. They're under so much pressure right now, because especially you guys all videoing it, you're capturing everything they do. And OSA's watching them. So anything they would do wrong that's video recorded, they're going to have to answer up for. So, and that's what they're now adopting this policy of like, we're not going to talk, because they're trying to really bore you. They're trying to bore you, right? Like that's all they're doing right now. It's like, but they are putting the bomb.
We're not giving up. We're not giving up.
We haven't even gotten started. It's literally like we're just starting, like little bit starting. More and more days, more people show up. I mean, imagine by the end of this year if they haven't done what in the hell they're doing, and how much video evidence we're recording.
Do people live in that building?
Yes, on the top of the building. On the top of the building is all dormitories where, check this out. So the people that work in one building always get berth in different hotels that they have, right? And they all move them, because if you work in this building, Sebastian couldn't be sleeping here, because then that would be human trafficking. But if Sebastian lives in this other building 3 blocks away, then it's not. Because he comes here to work and then he moves to another place. And that's all it took for the LAPD to play dumb and be like, it could be more illegal what they're doing, because they did move from here to here. Right. You know, the LAPD doesn't know how much under lock and key all the passports are. So
what are these floors?
All of that is birthing. All of that is birthing.
Like dormitories.
Yeah, dormitories.
That's what they call it, birthing?
Birthing, yeah. That's literally what they call it. Like,
what building do you think Sebastian is in right now? Because people keep it. I think
you know
like
what? Sebastian is such a mess right now. Like literally, Sebastian is such a problem. So God only knows where the hell he's being kept.
What would you think? Like, I think he's like at the blue building, like doing hard labor. That's what I think. So what do you think?
Very possible that he's under that circumstance. They definitely don't want anyone to see him. I mean, if any of y'all put any eyes on him, that would be.
I think they made him bend over and clean up all the like baseboards and stuff.
I mean, with a toothbrush, you guys. I mean, literally, there's already public record statements of people that were put to do that.
They gave him a dirty job.
They give you a toothbrush to wash a trash can. I mean, it's sick. It's sick. It's just sadistic enslavement.
They get joy out of that, huh?
They do. I mean, it's a power trip, right? It's like we have the authority, we have the ethics. I mean, imagine that you're selling ethics at a hotel.
Yeah. So let's say
like what?
Let's say when he's doing the work, right? How does he feel? How does he feel? Like, what are his emotions?
Anything ethics that they did to us, you guys, I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, right? The power dynamic imbalance could not be more indefensible, right? And that's what it is. It's like, we're not happy that Sebastian is getting abused. Nobody should be being tortured and dehumanized. Yeah. Literally, we're supposed to have laws to not dehumanize people, but the entitlement these people have given themselves, because L. Ron Hubbard wrote it in a book, has translated into anything goes inside these hotels. I mean, it's called hardcore scene. No boundaries. No boundaries. You signed a contract, we choose. You complain, it's your problem. You complain, we double down, we triple down, we send you to a galley. You're supposed to be perfect at all times, and it's just so dehumanizing for everyone involved. No one's having a good time. I mean, but again, we go back to like the slave masters and the slaves. So the slaves are getting it the worst. The ones doing the abuse are not even that pressed. I mean, you see all these executives that have come out and, oh yeah, David Miscavige really did it bad on us. They never talk about what they do, how they enslaved others, how they abused others. What did you do? L. Ron Hubbard always told you, and inside the hotels, it's like if you started telling on others, oh no, 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 we don't want to know what someone else did. What did you do? So that same energy now applies for us. It's like whenever they're pointing the finger everywhere, we don't care. What did you do? How many kids did you bring, Sebastian, into the hotel? I don't care that someone told you to bring them. You brought them. So how many are inside that you brought? Great, thank you. LAPD, did you get that? Good. Start finding out where those kids that he brought in are.
So they really hate you for being out here and telling us all this.
I mean, you guys, it's a scam that cannot stand up scrutiny. Like, scams cannot be scrutinized because they fall apart. That's what they're pressed. That's why they're so mad. That's why they don't want eyeballs. They don't want people.
Are you guys allowed to marry or mate in the Sea Org?
Right, but just to Sea Org members, right? So that's why there was a lot of adults marrying children in there too.
Oh my God.
Okay, because it's like, oh, you're only allowed to marry in the Sea Org, and then, okay, and shout out to you, LAPD. Explain to us this too. Kids were sent across state lines to Las Vegas because it's illegal in Los Angeles or in California to marry a minor and an adult unless they go through a psychiatric evaluation.
So they went to Vegas.
Well, and supposedly psychiatrists are so bad, blah, blah, blah. Well, psychiatrists aren't bad, you guys. That's a fake word that they're selling. There are mandated reporters, right? That's the only problem that Scientology has. Like, they don't want anyone in mental health anywhere near us because if we had been able to speak back in the day, then it would have all fallen apart, right? It's like, oh, they took my passport, I'm being locked up, they're telling me that's therapeutic for me, and that would have raised a red flag. All of those abusive practices that are being lauded as a religious activity. It's like, we're not protesting religious activities that adults want to do for themselves. In fact, let's actually make it so simple. Card everyone going inside the hotels, 21 and up. 21 and up, then we don't give a shred of an F. You want to be an adult to destroy your life? Go at it. We do live in a country where you can sign up to be enslaved as long as you consent. And you know what? They do have the consent forms drafted up for all the adults that are getting off on whatever disgusting dynamic they are agreeing to be a part of.
People want to know, how did you escape?
Yeah, I want to know how to escape like that. I want to know like.
I escaped by coming to my senses much later in my life. Had a midlife crisis. It's like once you start getting enough independence from all of that, once you make your own money, once you like figure out stuff for yourself, then you're like, okay, I don't need this, right? I don't need, and you've got to get rid of your abusers, your parents. I had to like cut off my parents, cut off my sisters, everybody.
What was your first thought, like when you realized it?
I mean, it was like 2 years of paralyzing depression and just like, because it was almost like before I was numb with a drug because I hadn't processed any of it. And I had just been on survival mode. Like I explained it the other day. It's like we were turned into fawns. And when you're fawning, you just like...
I'm next class. Someone said, ask him, is there a contract? Can he get sued for speaking? Someone said that here in my comment.
Bring it on. We cannot wait for Scientology to sue us. That would be the best gift in the universe because we're being told that our statutes of limitations could not be more nowhere to be found because you should have really found out when you were being trafficked as a child. You really should have thought about the law that we had. It's arrested development what they do to these kids, right? If you don't know, if you only 7, you cannot, you don't pass that.
But physically, like, did you have to like get into like a trunk like that one Valerie girl, or how did you physically escape?
Well, I physically escaped out of the Sea Org, right? Because it's like I first escaped out of the Sea Org, but I was still stuck in the matrix of feeling like I was still part of this, right? Wow. So at 21, in my early 20s is when I left the Sea Org. And for that, I had to wash bathrooms with muriatic acid for 6 months while getting interrogated. So that was my job all day.
So you had to breathe in all those fumes. And...
Breathing fumes. I mean, and even before, I was locked up in a prison camp for, it's called RPF. It's like the hole. I was there as a minor. And then in there, I had to like remove asbestos, remove like...
Oh,
you guys! Whoa! Yeah!
I told you. We missed them though. The bus, we missed them.
No.
Oh, we should have stayed.
No.
We should have stayed. No.
What's up?
Look!
How do you fit that seat, Lurch? Oh my god.
You saw the band from Scientology code left. Scientology. We're good now, right? Look up on YouTube.
Whoa, you guys. Yeah, go ahead.
That's a kidnapping charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
They could charge you with that, you know?
Yeah, stay on the side of the road.
Yeah, we prefer paparazzi.
Look at that, Scientology trophies. Scientology trophies right here. This is what they're going for, a trophy.
Search, I think. Well, you know what? I'll stay a little bit. I've been leaving since 9 o'clock. I said I'm gonna leave.
You've literally been here for how many hours, girl?
Since 7.
Since 7?
Yeah.
Damn. It's a party. It's a literal party. What the hell is that?
What are those locks? What that is that?
Oh, damn. They probably came out of that van. The Scientology.
Oh, that's Ronnie. Oh, okay.
Fake news, guys.
Oh, but you think you could finish the story, like on how you physically escaped?
So muriatic. So I was washing those bathrooms, whatever, and at that point I was just like, no, hell no, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I don't care. They couldn't say anything to me. And again, like once you're in your 20s,
Yeah.
you can. I didn't care. There was nothing they could tell me to make me stop.
Oh, so you told the Sea Org, like, hey, I want to be out of the Sea Org?
Yeah, I want to leave the Sea Org. I'm going to break my billion-year contract.
Oh, really? You could do that?
Yeah.
They would not let you leave?
They don't want, like, they say the whole thing, right? It's like, oh no, you can leave. There is a way for you to leave, but it's through washing bathrooms with muriatic acid. Everyone on the inside treats you like shit for 6 months. All your friends are like, oh, you're leaving. You're such a betrayer.
So it's a 6-month process.
Yeah,
to
it's
leave
like,
the Sea Org.
what is it called in the military when you desert? Like deserting,
deserting,
right? Like
yeah.
it's the same thing. It's like, oh, you deserted the war. Like, how dare you? Now we have to pull your weight and all of that. It's all of that sort of like, you know.
That's the dude. Like, what do you join? You were born in it when you joined?
Born in.
Oh, born in? Your
Born
parents were in it?
Yep.
They're still in it, huh?
Yeah, they're still in
Wait,
it.
who was in that?
In Mexico, they were in
No,
it?
that was just the Scientology cult.
Oh,
The
really?
church at the cult, though.
Oh.
Don't join it, though, you know? He knows the whole story, though, you know? And so you joined when you were like a kid?
Yeah.
And then when did you
But
get
I
out?
didn't. I got out at 35.
35? How old are you now? I'm sorry, though. Oh, you're not the answer, though, no, so.
It's been a while since I left.
Yeah. At least you escaped her out.
Oh, you look really young, though.
Well, I'm a vampire apparently.
Yeah.
I'm an SP. It's in my SP blood. I'm Xenu incarnate. How about
Nice. Xenu reincarnate, yeah.
Yeah.
Xenu.
that? We're all Xenus. I mean, and actually, when you really think about it, that's how they think, right? Like we have these like
Aliens.
stuck things that are blocking the technology that could really like help humanity. Like
Yeah.
even though it sounds so far-fetched and idiotic and infantile, that is literally what in the hell they're believing.
All right, thank you, Serge.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Of
You guys
course.
already know, go follow literally Serge.
Hey, can I get permission to post your video
Yeah.
on TikTok?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what's your name?
At literally Search.
Literally Search?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, no, I'm seriously.
Okay.
Now I am leaving.
Well, good
Bye,
to
babe.
see you. Ciao, ciao.
No, I'm really leaving.
You too.
Thank you so much.
Wait, actually, guys, I'm gonna get off real fast. Actually, Asia, are you staying on live? Are you staying on live? Wait, Asia, are you still on live?
Why?
Asia, are you staying on live? Staying on live?
This guy, I've seen him, but I don't know where.
He's in every volume.
Yeah, he is. He's telling me that that's what he likes watching.
Him in the bottom of the movie?
Yeah. Look, yeah.
What's that movie where they're going? Him and his friends are like going on an adventure. They're like traveling. You know what I'm talking about? And he like falls in love with this girl. You only work here. What is it? What is it?
So they need a security because they don't want their security guards to deal with us. So
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's a road trip.
yes,
Thank you so
so
much.
happy birthday, guys. Thank
What
you.
time are you gonna go to the food?
I
Number one and.
To you, Medina.
I don't know. Message me on Instagram. Message me TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Okay, goodbye, Kim. Bye.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
What's up?
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
What is your Instagram again?
That's right.
Yeah.
Genely, Genely. But you guys should
Crazy-Tology, Lionology, Predatology, Nonology. Where's the nun? There's the nun, you guys. We're having a religious experience now.
You'll beat him up.
Follow PPA.
Alright, John.
Bye.
See
See
you.
you.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Make him safe. Make him safe.
See you, man.
Yeah,
see you
see you
next
guys.
time. I'm safe, okay?
Sure. Good to see you.
Nice story. Nice story, though.
Thank you.
Make him safe, though.
Yeah, well, tag me and I'll follow you as well.
Okay, what's your name?
At Literally Search.
Literally Search?
At Literally Search.
Okay, I'll look for it, though.
Okay. All right, guys. We're bouncing our party and we're recapping a very eventful night. First of all, happy birthday, Jessica Palmedessa, who, you know, these kids should really be running for president, you guys. These kids are not afraid. These kids are... And look at us calling them kids. I mean, they are adults in adult bodies now, but they are young and they couldn't be... Oh. What? What's going on?
What is
Oh! Oh, he's on to it, guys. Damn. Oh! Shady activity.
That's no bus.
Lock it up. Beware of dog. That was good though. You saw it. So see, more people driving off the security guards who didn't want to get seen. Um, so going back to Jess running for president, um, just kidding. The politics are dirty AF. And the politics here in Los Angeles could not be a glaring example of those dirty, dirty policies, right, guys? It's not like the LAPD will show up for completely made up zero reality. So you guys, zero reality, zero facts, zero receipts, really spreading the misinformation that we want to burn the building. I mean, imagine. The Christie's Hotel is a very nice building, you guys. That building should be kept intact. It's actually, I think it has a historical building, actually. I'm sure that even if it was getting renovated, they wouldn't be allowing much of it to be cosmetically changed. So yeah, let's see who's in the chat. Whistle blowing good witch. Oh my God, Joe, how in the hell are you still up? Kay's in the house. You guys are, yeah, nontology. I couldn't believe confident Chris pulled off his little nun outfit because he is obsessed with that nun that he did find in there, you guys. When we were stuck at the hotels, there were no nuns. Maybe Scientology's like, oh, well, if we just hire a few nuns or if we just dress up a few people like nuns, then we really can start changing this image problem that we have. Right, guys? That's all you have to do. Apparently, you just put a little uniform and then all of a sudden they're gonna buy the pitch. They're really gonna buy the pitch. And the LAPD, who has no clue how to conduct investigations, the LAPD that, should actually start looking at the L. Ron Hubbard advices on how to investigate, you guys, because give it up to L. Ron Hubbard. The one thing he did teach me, credit when credit is due. You guys, just like I was telling the kids, he did teach me that when shit does not make sense, you pull the string. You pull. You go, this doesn't make sense. Why? There's always a reason why things don't make sense. Always. Behind things don't making sense, there is a reason. And your job as an investigator is to find out, oh, what the hell is the reason? Your job as an investigator, like the LAPD people, is we don't see anything, we don't hear anything. We really want to talk about that event that we're gonna do with y'all pretty soon, and we couldn't be more happy that we don't really have to spend the budget to, get ourselves a little hotel auditorium. You guys, I mean, we already told you guys, my husband Michael's father worked for the LAPD. And can you imagine the gold mine that actually presented itself when I started understanding that the LAPD has its own cult problems of its very own? Isn't that great, you guys? The LAPD could not be, running as a hierarchy of fraternal bros that really do stick up for each other blindly. Very similar to Scientology, you guys. Very similar. Whatever in the hell you do, none of us saw it. Whatever in the hell is what we all know we have to do is what it goes. So are we saying that every single last police officer is corrupt AF? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Some of them are more implicated than others. That's all. So if you are an LAPD officer that is not implicated whatsoever, that you've never gone to these hotels, that you have no shred of a clue what in the hell we could even be possibly talking about, then this might not apply to you. But the Hollywood division, decades of fraternizing with these people, decades of getting groomed themselves, you guys. Imagine being those people that not only target kids, they target cops. They ensnare cops. They literally send Marisol Nichols to ride around with all the narcotic cops division, with all homicide division, with the head of the human trafficking division of the LAPD. So if we really want to talk about a plant, the plant is called Marisol Nichols. The plant is called I have no shred of self-awareness Marisol Nichols, that really wanted to put up a, a 501c for herself. You guys don't forget Marisol Nichols for a slavery-free world, you guys. I mean, imagine being the woman inside these hotels pitching that you really want to end slavery in the whole wide world. But yeah, that's all it took for the LAPD to be like, well, if Marisol Nichols opened a 501c called Marisol Nichols, I mean, I'm saying the word, you guys, Marisol Nichols. Like, she didn't just call it Slavery Free World. She called it Marisol Nichols for a slavery free world. So Marisol wants to really help other slaves, other people's slaves. She's very, very pressed to really come to the rescue. But the ones that she's paying to have enslaved inside of the hotels, those are fine, because as long as they do the dirty work and the dirty stuff, then they're happy. As long as anything is done for others, then they really act all pressed. But it's all a facade to really kind of like pretend. So, but we had a lot of fun, you guys. I mean, we sang happy birthday to Jessica Palmedessa, and all the little nuns that were there, um, Confident Chris, and the kids. Like you saw, the kids are asking the right questions. We held our little back alley press interview, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy that back alley press interview, because, we're finally meeting the real journalists, not the grifting ones. We couldn't give a literal shred of an F about grifting people that really want to pretend that they're playing journalists, you guys. The journalists that we've met are literally playing journalists, a journalist character on a TV episode for their own selves, because none of them have a shred of skin in the game for themselves. And, investigator 101, you want to investigate something? Get some MF skin in the MF game. Right, guys? I mean, imagine the LAPD knows that they have to have skin in the game even when they infiltrate racketeering gangs, right? Like, it's not like they can go, oh, let's really stop El Chapo and let's have no eyes inside on his operation. Is that how law enforcement works? No, you guys, that's not how law enforcement works. And I would know, again, because I learned a lot about how law enforcement is supposed to work through Michael, who was exposed to his father being in the LAPD his entire life. Retired LAPD officer. So Yeah, Osa, it's come in handy to have outside information that has actually opened our eyes, pried them open, because, yeah, in the depths of our dysfunction and trauma, and in the depths of us being just permanent fawns for y'all, we, just kind of took everything in good faith. All arguments made. You're really going to save the world, took that one in good faith. You're really going to be a volunteer, took that one in good faith. You really are going to be safe with your passport locked up by us so it doesn't go missing. Took that also in good faith. And those are the points that need to be understood by all of us that are watching these lives. Why are, including but not limited to, the illegal holdings of passports being supported? Hi, Missy J. Thank you so much for your super chat. That is so sweet. I'm driving, so I couldn't read your whole message, but I did see it. So thank you so much. Um, Education is vital, you guys. Without education, we're all running blind. We're all just hitting walls. You know what I mean? Like we're all just like hitting ourselves against nothing. Like we cannot be powerful advocates if the facts are not exposed and understood on their face without prejudice, with literally zero prejudice. That is a fact. Those passports are locked under lock and key, and it's a systemic, institutionalized practice that they've done. Now, do I know that they're locking the passports right now? I'm not inside the hotel, but do I know that for all the years they locked them up? Yes. I know exactly how that worked. I know exactly why it worked, you guys. So even if they tried to say, oh yeah, but that was so 2000 and whatever, first of all, they will lie and purport that easily. Easily, especially once they're getting called out for the problem. Scientology is a crisis management operation. So we wouldn't be surprised if they really kind of started giving back the passports. But still, don't even forget, you guys, that even if you have your passport back, you still have to get through security. You still have to, you know, figure out how to escape. You still have the idea that you owe these people money. Dead bondage is part of human trafficking, isn't it, LAPD? Or is human trafficking not dead bondage? Is dead bondage anywhere near the equation of where trafficking is taking place? Because it's dead bondage is locking up passports against their will. In what world were those religious things that we were volunteering for? In what world, LAPD? Because going back to all the people that you guys see outside these buildings, all of those kids aren't being asked by any of us to grant us their passports. They really aren't. So if the executives are a little bored out of their mind because their washed up narrative is literally being exposed for being that washed up narrative, then, go talk to ICE. Executives, go talk to ICE, y'all. Go tell them, yo, ICE, back in the day, I was out of my MF mind. Back in the day, I was locking up all manner of passports for the Scientology executives. I don't give a shred of an F if that was your senior that told you to do it. We don't give a shred of a literal F. But blowing up your involvement, your personal involvement in this criminal, wide-ranging conspiracy would really facilitate, would really help yourselves, like literally help yourselves. We're rooting for y'all. We're rooting for y'all. Go help yourselves. Come on, unburden yourselves of all the criminal activity you were all about inside the hotels. Hell, you might end up literally literally writing a success story. Isn't that great, you guys, that they could just literally turn in an affidavit with time, place, form, and event of all the criminal activity they implicated themselves in. We don't want to hear what anyone else did to you, Mike Rinder. We couldn't be more, not have the bandwidth to literally have to entertain that shit. Since you did flood all the airwaves with your personal problems and your personal drama and your personal toil that you and David Miscavige really got into. And you didn't talk about the time that y'all were besties, exchanging gifts at Christmas, giving each other Hermes presents and Mont Blanc pens. And, oh, let's really give you this really great luxury Italian suit that's, custom made. You guys, they always talk about David having all this shit. They had it themselves. Not sick. Isn't that pathetic? They were all about being luxurious commanders of whatever. They were just like Dave. Now, they are pressed that David got more than anybody. David is that bitch, you guys. David is that bully. David doesn't give a shred of an F about anyone else. And yeah, no one's taking that away from them. No one is taking that fact away from the derangement of how literal Davy Pooh, that his daddy didn't like him. His daddy couldn't wait to get rid of him. Sent him across state lines. Found L. Ron Hubbard as a great daddy figure that he really should emulate. And, all of a sudden, there he was, emulating L. Ron Hubbard, really being that leader, really being that recruiter, really incentivizing and ordering Marty Rathbun and, Mike Rinder to go and do his bidding, and tough doo-doo. You were a full-grown man when you were doing the orders you were being told to do. So as much as they want to say David is the worst, David tells others to go do the stuff. David might get his hands dirty when he's allegedly beating them in a terra cloth robe, you guys. David might be then really getting implicated in his own dirty hand stuff. But you know what? Debbie Cook was doing shit on her own. David was nowhere around the Flag Hotel when Debbie Cook was having her way with, people like Bianca that she really brought from another country, Sweden. People like, there's another Swedish girl that she had, Tanya. Tanya. Oh, I just remember her name, you guys. Tanya was another minor. Tanya was also from Sweden. Debbie Cook liked them very, Swedish. The girls had to be Swedish. The girls had to be, very stunning and presentable so they would make Debbie Cook look like she wasn't a complete slave master deranged out of her mind. But she was very selective about who could represent her. You couldn't represent Debbie Cook unless you were hot and young and, luring people in to come do courses with you, to come get interrogated. Not great, you guys, that all it took was a little military uniform beauty pageant to really put all the minors in a specific place and go, okay, you come work for me. You go to the galley because you are overweight and you are out PR and you are out first dynamic, is what they said, you guys. I'll never forget, they had a couple of girls that were overweight that were dishwashers. That was their job. They were going to save the planet by dishwashing. And just the fact that they were overweight, you're not controlling your ethics. You're not, that's what they would say. That's literally what they would say. You're not controlling your ethics. You're overeating, all manner of girls anorexic in the Sea Org because they wanted you to be a skinny bitch. Stay skinny. Stay skinny. Stay wafy. Look young. lure rich donors that are all about locking themselves up in courtrooms and drilling all manner of disgusting stuff with dolls. So another day, another night, another audit. And we're going to keep auditing, you guys. We're going to keep auditing. We're going to keep asking a lot of questions. Osa, I really want to thank you all for being here on this chat and staying. And yes, we're going to keep our literal 6-inch stiletto down these people's throats. And LAPD, as of tonight, you are getting your own stiletto, your own foot on your neck until something starts to make sense. Because we talked about it, we called them out today, you guys. We showed you how the community's writing to these captains, and the captains are still playing dumb. Really writing that wishy-washy language. Oh yeah, we're really investigating this, but we're also really investigating that because we really want to honor Scientology's own right to really exercise their First Amendment. Well, you know what? They can exercise whatever First Amendment they want, but that First Amendment doesn't say write on a piece of paper to lock up those passports, and then all of a sudden it's a religious experience, right? So that's right, guys. I love those little heels. Exactly. Exactly, you guys. We're putting that heel down. We're not about to stop anytime soon. I know. Let me read Miss Jade's super chat because that's so sweet. Thank you for educating the world on this horrifying cult, sending you strength and healing from one childhood PTSD survivor to another. Watching from Australia, you're a warrior inspiring so many. Well, thank you, Miss Jade. I mean, y'all are the ones that inspire us. Y'all are the ones that are giving this movement the oxygen because, again, it's just like I was telling those TikTok guys, you guys, like, it's the people that are showing up to watch that are actually really making a difference, because that's what Scientology is pissed about. I mean, if we just went by ourselves and y'all weren't watching, Scientology would not be pressed. Scientology would be like, oh, whatever, you know. But what they cannot stand is scrutiny with video recording. That's what they cannot stand, because once you have the video recording, once we have and watch that video that I posted from my friend Aja Hollywood on TikTok of the LAPD being inside of the parking lot, caught literally red-handed talking to the security of Scientology. So they are very frenzy wensies, you guys. They have been frenzy wensies for a very long time. So that's why we are not going to take it anymore. So you guys have a wonderful night. Um, and I will see you all tomorrow extremely soon. Bye-bye.